Hello, good afternoon. Apparently my weekend recording time is sometime before lunch, so I'm sorry for everybody that was looking for this first thing in the morning. I actually got up, I didn't sleep in, which was wonderful, but then I worked on some sewing stuff and had breakfast with the boys and everything. So 5 minutes again today. Hopefully you'll catch something different today than you did yesterday or earlier in the week. And then remember, tomorrow we start stretching. So first move is going to be those obliques. You're standing on one leg, same arm comes up, keeping your body upright, so we don't want to lean to the side. We're just going to bring our elbow to knee and extend back out. So you can have a weight in your other hand. You can also, if you'd like to, bring your other hand overhead. You don't need to do that. You don't have to have weights at all. And if you need some more stability, you can tap your toe to the mat at any point, okay? Or if you need even more stability, just draw that knee up. So we'll do two more. I see some people coming on. Last one, and then other side. Okay, so next, balance on the other side. Arm comes up, weight or no weight, knee to elbow. Keep that spine lengthened, abdominal muscles pull in and up. Make sure you're not leaning to the other side. If you want to take away some stability, bring the other arm up. If you want to add stability, tap your toes down and keep your arm down. Two more. And last one. Okay, let's go into squats. So for our squats, our feet are parallel. Shoulder blades back and down, abdominal muscles scoop in and up. Just gonna sink those hips back and down and then lift back up. Weights on our heels. The side view I think is more helpful on this one. Feeling that weight in your heels, opening through your chest here. So you should have a nice broad collarbone, or where your collarbone is should be nice and open. We'll do two more and then I'm gonna have you add a pulse, so we'll build out a little bit. So let's lower down, weights on your heels, spine is long, little pulse up and down, just up and down an inch. Pulling those abdominal muscles in and up. Make sure that you're breathing, and then lower and hold. So get that length, try not to round out your back or tuck your chin to your chest, get a little bit lower, knees above our ankles. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, last standing one is gonna be that RDL, Romanian deadlift, or otherwise just known as a deadlift. So again, open through our chest, shoulder blades back and down, hinging at the hips, and then extend back up. It does not matter how low your weights or your hands come to the ground. So what I'd like you to make sure you're not doing is this. I don't want you to try to get low to the ground. I want you to keep that chest open, spine long, whatever your flexibility is. So your flexibility might be come down an inch and up an inch. That's okay, that's fine. If you're doing it correctly, you'll work your muscles. If you're doing it incorrectly, you run the risk of injury and you're not even working those muscles correctly. So modifying it to wherever you're at is what you want to do, because otherwise you're not going to get stronger and you could very easily hurt yourself. We'll do two more. And then last one. We've got two more moves. Down on the ground for the next two. So on this one, I realize I am wearing pants. It looks like maybe I'm not because of the shirt, but I am. So we've got our hands under our shoulders, knees under our hips. Place a weight behind one leg if you'd like to, totally optional. I can't tell if I'm in the frame, I think I am. We're just gonna do a lift and lower. So lift it up, lower it down. I'm looking over to the mirror if you're wondering what I'm looking at. So just make sure as you lift that leg, you're not changing the curve of your spine. You want to bring your thigh parallel with the ground, but to modify, you always have the option to decrease your range of motion. So modification options here for any move would be decrease your range of motion for control. We'll do two more on this side. And then lift and hold, little pulse up and down an inch. So you can always decrease your range of motion. You can always move slower. 3, 2, and 1, lower down. If we're jumping, you can always take out the jump. You can always get rid of the weight. Those are all things you can do so that you can focus on your form. So let's go back to a full range of motion on the other leg. Doing something harder, faster, with heavier weight is not always the best thing for your body. It doesn't really matter what option you do as long as your form is nice and strong. A few more here. Engage those abdominal muscles as you lift your leg up so you're not changing the curve of your spine. Two more. And then last one, lift and little pulses. Keep that 90-degree angle. You're working your glutes and hamstrings here. So that's the top back part of your leg. 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Grab both weights, chest press. So on this one, we're on our back on the mat. I hope you can see me here. On our back on the mat, shoulder blades back and down, abdominal muscles tucking it up, feeling your torso nice and long. Just gonna lift and lower. So press those weights up and control down. Palms face forward towards our feet, thumbs face in towards each other. As you lower your arms down, try not to let your arms rest on the ground. Leave a little bit of a space between your arm and the ground. Make yourself work for it here. If you lower those arms completely, you get a little bit of a break. So if you need a break, by all means, feel free to do that. But if you don't need a break, I'm challenging you not to let your arms lower down. 2 more like this, and then I'll have you move on to that tricep option of the press. So palms face in now, biceps stay by our body, lower and lift. Breathe in through your nose to lower, out through your mouth to lift. And just make sure you're breathing. So most important thing is to make sure you're not holding your breath. Pulling those abdominal muscles in and up. 3 more here. Last 2. And last 1. Okay, so that is it for this week. That sums up 6 weeks of us doing these, 6 weeks for many of us at home. Next week starts, tomorrow starts stretches, and then anybody that's doing the private group with me, doing more elaborate workouts, that starts tomorrow too. If you are having problems getting into the new group because the software changed, it actually changed into a much cooler software. But if you're having problems with that and you are, and you're used to the prior platform, let me know and I will get you set up. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day and weekend, and I will see everybody tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning for sure. Oh, also, I got myself to bed last night before midnight, which is a big deal for me because I haven't been going to bed before midnight. So I'm very proud of that.